how to quickly get out of a rut. Being stuck in an emotional and mental rut is such a tough place to be. And honestly, so many people are there right now. After the pandemic, there have been natural disasters in different places that have had people stuck in their homes without water, without electricity. It's been a tough year and a half, honestly. If you really want to say it, it really has. And a lot of people are feeling stuck. They're feeling in a rut. They're feeling like they don't have a lot of options. Like every day is the same. They're just going through one day to get to another one that's just a repeat of that. They're not getting anywhere. They're not feeling fulfilled. They're kind of feeling numb toward things around them and wondering if there's something wrong with them. Well, if any of those describe you, there's not anything wrong with you, but we do need you to step out of it, because if you're stuck in that rut, then you're not bringing the world all of the gifts that you have to contribute. And so I want to help snap you out of that rut, and I'm going to tell you the steps to do it today. And they're easy. They're things that anybody can do. You just have to commit to doing them. Before we get to that, if you're not already a subscriber of this channel, please become one. We would love to have you hit that subscribe button and that little bell so that we know that you are going to get our notifications the next time that we drop a video to help you live a better life. Also, hit the thumbs up so that I know you like this video. I'll be right back with those steps on how to quickly get out of a rut.
GILD Coaching. More success, less stress.
Some people would say that it's not easy to get out of a rut. I disagree. I think that it's quite easy. There are some fairly simple steps that if you just follow them, they work. But the thing is, you actually have to do them. And that's the hard part in a rut, because you're feeling as though nothing matters. You might be desensitized to the world around you. You might be desensitized to yourself. So we just need to have a moment where everybody realizes what we're doing to ourselves. We're not taking care of ourselves. We're certainly not able to take care of those around us, at least not at the level that they deserve, because we're not taking care of ourselves. So the first thing that you have to do when you figure out that you're stuck in a rut, when you have that moment of realization, is look at your self-care. Are you neglecting yourself? Have you stopped exercising if you used to exercise? Are you drinking enough water? Are you doing leisure activities that help to feed your soul, help to make you feel connected to who you really are? Are you doing these things? If the answer is no, you have to schedule them. You have to put them back in your schedule. And by scheduling them, I mean you have got to commit to these as appointments, like you would commit to a really important doctor's appointment or a really important business meeting. Because the thing about it is, your meetings with yourself are your most important meetings. Because if you're not operating at your top capacity, then you can't possibly succeed in these other areas. And if you're neglecting your self-care, your health is going to go down and your success in business is going to go down. So the first thing you have to do when you have that realization that you're stuck in a rut is take a look inside and see if you're neglecting yourself in one area or another. Oftentimes it's multiple. Usually if people start to feel as though they're off their game and in a rut, I'll notice things in their life like they're not, preparing themselves for work like they used to, especially in this day of working from home and telecommuting. People are staying in their, working from home uniform a little bit too much, and they're not, going about life the way as much as they can, the way that they used to when they were feeling themselves. They're also neglecting a positive diet, healthy foods, things like that. They're reaching for high fat, high sugar, high starch snacks instead of things that have grown from the ground or come off of a tree. So make sure that you are paying attention to your water intake, your exercise, and your food quality, so that the basis of the basic building blocks of your self-care are taken care of for sure. Also, when you feel that you're stuck in a rut, change it up. The number one thing that you can do after you've taken care of the self-care piece is introduce a little bit of change. Ruts happen because the same thing happens on the same spot all the time, and it just keeps going. Change the course. Don't stay in that same pattern. If you're in a rut because you get up and you have to get your kids ready in the morning, or you have to take the dog out, and then you go back in and then you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, oh, another day, and you change it up. Throw a couple of pattern interrupts in there. That's what I like to call them. What is a pattern interrupt? It's really anything that's not like what you usually do. If you used to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to work out, but now you're sleeping until 7 and you just feel really lethargic and all of that, go ahead and start ticking that alarm clock back up, get up. Even if you're in a studio apartment, find a way to get physically active in there. Even if you're still, in a pandemic situation where you can't move about freely, it's very, very important for you to move around. There's lots of workout programs. You can even check out the video description here and look at GILD Renewal Yoga. It's a beautiful yoga program led by our own trauma and recovery specialist and yogini, Coach Kendra McLaughlin. It is specifically designed to help you match the movement with your emotions and heal traumas and heal unrest in your heart, in your soul, and in your mind. So check that out. That's great. And the whole thing about GILD Renewal Yoga is that you can do it from anywhere because it's online. You have live interactive sessions with your coach twice a week, plus you have a whole library of pre-recorded sessions and segments so that you can go through any time of the day. What really makes GRY, GILD Renewal Yoga, different from any other yoga program is that there's a workbook that goes along with it that helps you to combine your mental activity, your mindset, with your movement. And so there's a theme for each of our lessons in there. So you can really, really grow a lot there. So if you say, I can't exercise, I don't have space, come and join us in GRY, because if you have enough space to roll out a yoga mat, even if you have to push the coffee table to the side, then you have enough space to practice GRY. Other ways to do pattern interrupts are simply take a different route to work, drive a different place, mix it up. Think of some people who you haven't spoken with in a long time, some people who you enjoy interacting with, and pick up the phone and give them a call and schedule it. If you think, oh, I can't do that right now, look in your calendar, find a time, and just write in, hey, remember to call Maria. And then you'll remember to call Maria. You'll get to that point. You'll say, oh, yeah. And, you might get Maria's voicemail, but hey, it's going to start that back and forth, and that is going to help you with the pattern interrupts. One other way that I encourage everyone to immediately act when they're in a rut is to get outside. Whether it's winter weather, rain, or shine, if you put yourself in nature, you will start to feel more connected to your true essence. There's this really cool practice called forest bathing, where people will go into the forest, they'll be mindful, they'll go into, any nature preserve. It doesn't have to be a forest, but a field, anywhere outside, even if it's just your backyard. If you live in a city and you're like, there are no trees, there's nothing, I don't know, go sit on your patio next to a plant, something outside that is your natural habitat. If you're in a city, is your patio, to get sun and air. So put yourself in nature, whatever nature that you can get next to, put yourself in nature. I was recently talking with a client in our weekly sessions that we have, and she has been going through kind of a tough transition. COVID was not kind to her, and she's really resilient and she's keeping a positive mindset, but some days are harder than others. And I told her to go outside. She's in a really beautiful wooded area where she's living now. I said, this might sound really kooky, but I want you to go for a walk. Breathe really deeply. Don't make any noise. Don't have earbuds in. Don't be listening to music. I want you to listen to the music of the area that you're in, just all the sights and sounds. And then when you come by a tree, I want you to touch the tree. I want you to smell the tree. If you want to hug the tree, touch it. Just be very mindful of the different textures and the sights and the way that the color of the tree bark changes. Practicing mindfulness like that in a natural habitat really helps to calm us, and mindfulness as well is an excellent practice. A lot of people will say, I don't really understand mindfulness. We have a ton of information here on GILD Coaching's YouTube channel about mindfulness. We have a full playlist that has, dozens of guided sessions for you. Affirmations. We've got sleep tracks if you want to do subconscious programming while you sleep. There's a whole playlist for that, actually. And all sorts of guided sessions for you. And if we don't have a guided session in the topic that you are seeking, let me know. You can, anytime, I look at the comments on here, you guys, so anytime that you want to, just pop a comment on here. When you get, you'll see me come on and answer you or give you a like or a heart or something. That if you want something, I will record it just for you. So there's no excuses. Those things can really help you get out of a rut when you're feeling low. Another thing that will help you get out of a rut is the people around you. And if the people around you are also in a rut, find new people. Join us in the Gilded Tribe. You can find the link to join us in this video description. And do make sure that you open up those comments. I want to hear what your thoughts are. If this has been of any help to you, make sure you give me a thumbs up. And then also, if you haven't subscribed already, again, please hit that subscribe button and the bell so that you know the next time that we drop a video to help you live a happier, more successful, thriving life. See you next time.